My name is Danny Smythe. I'm the Deputy Chief of Investigations here for the Police Service. I'm here to provide some clarity around events that occurred yesterday in St. Malo and a homicide investigation that began last Friday. Firstly, as reported earlier, the homicide unit is investigating the death of Camille Runke. She was discovered at the rear of a business on Marion Street. Her death was caused by an apparent gunshot. Now, as part of the investigation, investigators have been trying to locate and speak with Camille Runke's estranged husband, Kevin Runke. Throughout the weekend, attempts were made to locate Runke with no success. Yesterday, homicide investigators were in the St. Malo area. They were there to check on an address associated to Kevin Runke. While in the area, investigators encountered a vehicle that was associated to Kevin Runke. It's believed that investigators activated emergency equipment and attempted to execute a traffic stop. Now, the driver of the vehicle did not stop and was observed to swerve through the ditch and enter a wooded area off the road where that vehicle came to a stop. The investigators did not pursue or engage with the vehicle or the occupant. They held their position a safe distance away and called for backup. Now, the RCMP responded as part of the backup. They deployed an incident commander and tactical officers to the scene to safely engage the vehicle. Now, upon securing the scene, they encountered a lone male occupant within the vehicle who was deceased. The death appears to be the result of an apparent gunshot. The Independent Investigations Unit was notified of the event, and they will be investigating the death of the male that was discovered in the vehicle. I want to acknowledge and thank the RCMP for their support yesterday. They did an admirable job managing a tense scene. They also worked very collaboratively with us and the IIU in what has become a fairly complex investigation. The deceased male in the vehicle was identified as Kevin Runke, 44 years, of Winnipeg. He was the estranged husband of the homicide victim, Camille Runke. And homicide investigators will continue with the homicide investigation. In light of the circumstances, Kevin Runke is the suspect in the murder of Camille Runke. But I want to be clear, investigators did not have grounds to arrest Runke for the homicide prior to encountering him in the St. Malo area. Now, police have had previous contact with the victim, Camille Runke, and Kevin Runke prior to the homicide. We know that Camille and Kevin Runke separated in June of this year. Investigators assigned to our East District and our domestic unit had engaged with Camille on 22 separate occasions where she had reported incidents ranging from property damage to harassment in the time period between July and October of this year. We know that Kevin Runke was cautioned by police in early July and was asked to stop contacting Camille Runke. Later in the month, he was charged by police for mischief. This occurred on July 24th, where he is alleged to have damaged property associated to Camille Runke's residence. Kevin Runke was also charged for breaching the conditions of a protection order on October 23rd of this year, where he is alleged to have failed to report a change of address. On October 23rd, he was also cautioned for criminal harassment. Now, the harassment was in relation to the cumulative contact that he had had with Camille and that she had reported to us between July and October. A report had been forwarded to the Crown to consider criminal harassment charges at that time, that being October 23rd. Now, we know that there was no reported history of violence or physical abuse prior to the homicide. Police were diligent in their efforts to help Camille Runke, and Kevin Runke's actions prior to the homicide did not warrant arrest or detention. But nonetheless, this is tragic. Camille Runke did everything she could to reasonably sever her relationship and protect herself from further harassment. The investigators assigned to East District and the domestic unit, they're upset and they're sickened that harm has come to Camille Runke. They did everything that they could reasonably do to help her. I guess I want to end by just extending our condolences to Camille Runke's family and friends. Our hearts go out to them in this terrible time.